Hello student, this is Rohit, computer teacher at MLZS JHANSI. Student, in this video we will discuss about some external storage devices. So let's start. Magnetic disk uses the direct access secondary storage device. Means in magnetic disk wherever we like we can store the data. There is no sequence, and this is a physically magnetic disk is a thin circular plate made of a metal or plastic that is usually coated on both sides with a magnetizable recording material such as iron oxide. Mostly for the magnetic disk, floppy disk like hard disk, or for magnetic tape we are using iron oxide as a magnetizable recording material, and the data are recorded on the disk in the form of tiny invisible magnetized and non-magnetized spots, same as magnetic tapes, and disk is stored in a specially designed protective envelope or cartridge, or several of them are stacked together in a sealed contamination free container. Means the actual disk which contains the data, means the magnetizable recording material that is contained, that is present inside a protective cartridge layer which is form of plastic. Here you can see the magnetic disk are of two types, floppy disk and hard disk. Mostly computer contains the hard disk are of three different categories: chip and Bernoulli disk, disk packs, and Winchester disk. Now, floppy disk. Floppy disk, it is a round flat piece of flexible plastic disk coated with a magnetic oxide, so called because they are made of flexible plastic plate which can bend. Means these are very thin and we can easily bend, we can easily transfer these floppy disk from one place to another place. Means handling of these floppy disk is very easier, and these floppy disks also known as diskettes. The plastic disk is encased in a square plastic or vinyl jacket cover that gives handling protection to the disk surface. This vinyl jacket is a outer layer or a outer cover that protects the data present inside a disk. And the two types of floppy disk we are using, that is 5 hole 1 or 4 inch diskettes whose diameter is 5 hole 1 4 inch. It is encased in a square flexible vinyl jacket, and 3 hole 1 by 2 inch diskettes whose diameter is 3 1 by 2 inch. It is encased in a square hard plastic jacket. The size is different because the storage capacity is different, and the most popular and inexpensive secondary storage medium used in a small computer. Here you can see the picture of floppy disk. To read and write data from a floppy disk, a computer system must have a floppy disk drive. That's why it's also called FDD or FD. Data is generally written to the floppy disk in sectors like angular blocks and tracks. The size of floppy disk is approximately 1.45 MB. Means it contains 1.45 megabytes of data, which is very lesser compared to hard disk. That's why floppy disk were not popular nowadays.